Just want to give a little update video on what's going on with the car. Excuse the garage. It's a freaking mess in here. Just moved in. But anyway, so for my last video I was letting you know I'm going to be supercharging the car pretty soon. A couple issues, a couple parts needed to start the install. The first thing is it actually looks like I've developed a belt alignment issue with the car. It's mainly on the bottom where you can't see because there's just too much shit down there where the AC compressor is. This belt goes down all the way to the AC compressor, and there seems to be a misalignment with the actual alternator. Looks like it's sitting a little bit crooked on towards the left where it needs to be a little bit more center. And then another issue is I got this 3-core radiator installed, and the car started eating coolant. Fill up the overflow bottle, and then after pretty spirited drive, it would be completely gone all the way from the top here. Crappy light. All the way from the top here, be all the way down here. So I've been looking around. Some people say it could be the overflow tank because it's plastic. The seal starts going bad. I checked all the hoses in here. There's one right here. There's one right here where the overflow is. And then there's another one on the bottom. I believe it is down here on this side where the battery is underneath the power steering fluid reservoir. And then there's some hoses here in the back, and then also underneath the intake manifold. You really can't see that, but there's a hose that runs underneath there. They call that the valley for this type of engine. Most engines probably. But anyway, did a pressure check on it. No leaks anywhere. But then I started taking a closer look, and it looks like that might be my problem right there. I don't know if it's cylinder 1 or 5, driver's side front, right next to the coil. So it looks like maybe a gasket was pinched because I recently had this engine fully rebuilt and installed in the car. So maybe they over torqued the intake manifold bolts. I don't know. Pinched the gasket. I'm not even too sure which gasket they used. I've heard the Felpro ones are the best because they're steel, so they're a lot more durable. But anyway, so probably maybe today, maybe during this week, I'll pull the manifold and see what's going on with it, and then we'll get ready to party on this thing. So this is the procharger. It's an entry-level blower. It's a P1 SE. The tag is like almost completely gone, but it does say the part number right there. So you know it's a P1 SE when you Google it and type it in. I got all the miscellaneous clamps and hoses. I got a 3.7 pulley, 3.4 and 3.2. Obviously I'm going to throw the 3.2. I got the blow through setup, SET, and then I had to end up selling my injectors, 42 pounds. They're going to be too small. I'm going to try to pick up some 60s or 80s. Might go with the Deechworks. I'm not sure. Maybe some Ford Racing. Ford Racing's a lot cheaper. There's a 3-core intercooler right there. And then when you step up on boost, you want to make sure you switch out this blow-off valve, bypass valve they call it. I'm going to run a used Evo 10. It's supposed to be good for 23, 25 PSI, I believe. The stock one starts leaking boost after 8. the mass air sensor. It's a BA5000. The other map you want to use, of course I don't know where it is right now, is a SCT BA2600. If you're going to do like a Terminator Eaton swap on your 2 valve or a Kenny Bell or something, you want to use that. But if you're going to do like a Vortec, Paxton, procharger setup, you want to go with the BA5000 go through. It's a lot easier to tune. And like I was saying before, the stock inlet that comes with these prochargers, it's just altogether, it's just not a good setup. You want to run a power pipe. If you don't want to spend $300 on a power pipe, you want to go ahead and just maybe run one of those HKS mushroom filters. You can see, look at the size of this. I'll just do a comparison here. Look at the size of the factory, and then look at the procharger. So much smaller. So this supercharger recently took a shit about 2 years ago. The engine was old, I couldn't put it back on. I bought it used for a good deal, and it started puking some oil, and I went to the MAF, the car wouldn't run right, so tore it down. Found out one of the seals was bad, so I sent out to a company called 928 Motorsports. They do Porsches, but they also rebuild centrifugal superchargers. They charged me, I think it was around mid 500s, which I thought was a good deal. I've heard procharger will charge you about $800 or $900, maybe even $1,000. So I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. Gonna take this thing off and inspect it. I'm pretty sure that's what my issue is with this thing. This is the intake, because it's a O2, so it's got the aluminum crossover. If you have the 96 to 2001, they have this plastic piece that runs along here, and those can crack over time. Several spots they can crack. So you know, it's obviously it's a good upgrade. If you got a 96 to 98, you have to do some slight modifications. You can look them up online. I think I've seen 12 to 15 rear wheel horsepower gain with a tune, with no other changes on the 96 98s. And you know, it's just I mean, you might as well do it. It's added insurance. You want to be left stranded on the side of the road if you got one of these plastic ones still. So I'll leave it right there, guys, and thanks for watching. If you got any tips or tricks about your car eating coolant that you experienced, drop it down in the comments. Let me know what the problem was. Alright, take care, guys. Have a good one.